There we go. We are live.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Don't
hello,
forget to
hello.
push the live announcements.
Yeah, you can do that now. Welcome everyone to another Friday stream here at Strange Loop Games. My name is Jens and work as lead game designer here, and we have Ryan once more
Hello,
coming at
everybody.
it. Social mastermind here.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just here to help make content, and today specifically, I'm here to help Jens hold an amazing key giveaway while we play the launch of White Tiger. I'm excited.
Yeah. There we go. Just put on some lighting. Yeah. It's where do we begin? Another Friday, as mentioned. We just flipped the switch on to White Tiger, which is our more elaborate custom server with a lot of preset government stuff and a lot of other cool things and NIFTs and rules and regulations, which is one of our big kind of testing ground for a lot of things when it comes to all the civic issues and anything that kind of crops up, as well as being a super cool community, and everyone usually gets really into it and build really cool stuff at the end of it. It's also one of our test beds for things like bigger and significant balance changes, and kind of seeing how these turn out in a larger scale, because it has a tendency to have a fairly high retention throughout the cycle, so it's a good place for us to do that on. That said, which is also resulting in a very large, intense population for the first couple of days, which is a lot of fun.
And my map right now is literally all just people's faces. I can't even see the the ground.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. But I think with the introduction, I think we can just right over into just flipping on my screen here. And as you can see, there's people pretty much all over the place. But yeah, so what do we have planned here? So we're gonna be tinkering around and poking a little bit about things that are happening and things, you know, like what people are doing and what's going on. Chat a bit, answer questions, and then do some key giveaways as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. I'm happy to be here and to play on the first day of White Tiger. I'm being distracted very easily by all the stuff going on around us. The game just looks absolutely beautiful in this lighting right now, the current time of day. I always love the kind of light rays bouncing off the trees when it's like this. Yeah, I might actually try to build something or go see what the community over there is doing, because I do see quite a few people to our left.
Over on
Yeah, looks like people are already
are
getting to
we?
work.
Yeah, people are spreading out quickly, and they're like spawning in the middle, and then just abandon ship and heading over onto other continents and or spawning in the wild.
Yeah, they're grabbing their plots. I got some people over here already starting to farm. This is awesome.
Ooh, yeah, we're looking fine. So a few kind of keynotes. I had a long chat with our amazing art, uh, technical responsible person. I guess. Not sure exactly what I wanna reference Toby as. You've seen him on stream if you've kept up. Technical, graphical, technical person. Toby is our amazing um, art team lead, I guess. Um, and he is one of the guys that are mainly working with things like shader and texture changes and kind of like the technical finesse things that's going on with the graphical things. And I had a longer chat with him the other day, and we, at the post of and launch, we noticed some fairly significant frame rate issues that was creeping up, and it seems to be mainly related to NVIDIA cards, which I have. Um, so don't be too super alarmed if you notice that, because we are investigating it, and it seems to be fairly related to shadows, and we have a lot of things that we can do to optimize that. That's being investigated. Just as kind of a little technical update note, frame drops that seems happening, and it's partially in regards to how the shadow is being cast underground, and like blocks aren't really, texture of the shadow isn't really merged together. So it's doing a large volume of calculations that it really doesn't need to, which is super noticeable when it comes to transition between daylight and nighttime and time to daylight, so dusk dawn situations. Um, yeah. White Tiger, crazy stuff. And if you open up the settlements view here, see that we have a preset and a generated federation that is having a whole bunch of different laws and kind of constitutional articles, which can be super um, overwhelming if you decide to hop in on it. But fret not, most of it is things that are just happening in the background that you don't really need to pay too much attention to unless you really want to dig into the civics responsibilities. And it's a really cool place to hang out and get to know people.
I'm trying to decide if I should pet this cat or not. It looks a little dangerous.
I am being hit pretty hard, but I'm crunching things down a little bit as scaling things down.
Oh, look at this festive reindeer over here.
Yeah, so part of our holiday, the new holiday system, it's automatically changing out some of the assets per date set on the server side. So you want to do custom events for your servers or whatever else, and you have some cool replacement things, you can do that now. You can also, do different variations and replacements of your own mods and general assets.
Nice. Oh, we have some questions coming in. From Dapper Dak, any plans for construction platforms in the ocean? Lots of folks on my RP server want to make a village in the middle of the giant ocean we have.
Um, as a super specific build block that's allowed in the ocean. We'll see. Like one of the things that we really want to do is to have more of a proper infrastructure and like a proper like building integrity system um, that has a more encompassing control and variation. So not just a blanket prevent all building across the ocean, but more of a
Right.
allow it, but under certain specific conditions to make it more rigid in terms of like having requirements for specific tiers of building materials, or you need to have specific supports to build bridges and so on. So it's definitely something that we do want to add, and looking into from a design perspective and seeing like where it could fit, how it would be working, and all of those parts that are kind of necessary before we start to really dig into the technical parts of what would be required from code support wise.
Yeah, that makes a
Uh,
lot of sense. Dapper responds with building integrity would be huge.
yeah, it would be a pretty substantial change.
Yeah, for sure. There's another question from Ace Wolf. Do we have any plans for native controller support? The game plays nice on Steam Deck except for controller.
I would say yes. The
Yeah.
We have one of the kind of underlying reasons why we don't have that at the moment is because we want to transition over into Unity's new input system, and like the entire um the Unity made a massive upgrade to the input system that they have in the engine, and we haven't committed to changing over to that yet because it would be a pretty big refactor from our perspective. But it is going to be a necessary upgrade anyway, and it helps us like consolidate how key mappings is done and how we handle keybinds, and as well as improving the key system and overlaying. Um, so yeah, and that would also allow us to do proper, controller or any device kind of support, because Unity has that system um, built in with the new Unity input system and functionality. So we can just, support a new device, and we can just add a map and just call in those buttons and have those in a single kind of uniform place.
That's
Um,
awesome.
so yeah, it's definitely on the board. When that will happen, um, probably difficult to say, but it's definitely something that we are looking into.
So it seems now that we're answering questions, we're getting a lot more. Might turn into a small QA portion. Just to make sure everyone gets heard, we have another one here from, let's see, Cozoletto. Is there a human-friendly import/export for a set of laws legislation between servers?
Not natively, but we can
Yeah.
we can probably do a little bit of a mod shout out. Import export is something that we also kind of want to do, but it's one of those things where we can, there's a lot of quality of life things we can do to increase and just add things into it, but it's just a matter of having time to add those systems and the support for them. In the meantime, from the modding community, we have Thomas that done a few significant law extension mods, as well as he made a import export mod as well that does allow you to kind of export laws as JSON files and just import them from an admin perspective, I believe. Dennis can shoot me if I'm wrong. It is actually being used on White Tiger, which is what helps us do, as anyone that's dealt with the civics, if you're looking through some of these articles on White Tiger, it is what's allowing us to kind of do these really, really big, complex laws and kind of iterate on them for each cycle that's going. And then by the end of the cycle, export it to something that we can just import to the next cycle and just fire off right away, which allows us to do really big, complex packages in a matter of like minutes, instead of you having to kind of recreate each of these every single time. So, from a quality of life perspective, we know how important that import export really are.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We have a few more questions. We'll get through the set of questions that's here right now, and then by the time we're done that, we'll probably be ready for our first giveaway. So let's see who is next. Spicy tuna roll. After playing around a lot with the new hewn logs, which are amazing by the way, is there plans to get an overhaul for masonry blocks as well?
Our team is looking into all of the block sets. I
Nice,
think just
perfect.
they're looking into kind of all the general block sets as well as all the world objects as a longer standing project to kind of uniform the quality of them, the look and feel of them, but also investigating and seeing where they want to add potential more block forms and kind of where these things fit in. But yeah, it's part of both an optimization drive, but also kind of uniform the quality of the assets in the game.
Awesome. This one's more feedback than question from AMZ Darius. Can you guys put a dark background behind the chat window? It is hard to read. Oh, I see what they're saying.
The chatting game or
Yes, yeah, chat in game, yeah. I guess the actual window.
the actual chat window, well, I guess it wouldn't. It's grayish. I know we
Oh,
had
I think
some.
they're talking about. I understand. I think they're talking about when you're just like normally playing the game. If you hit tab and actually click on the chat window, it brings up the actual like dark gray background that it has that you're seeing on stream now. So it does actually have the background already.
Yeah. There should. It's been so long since I actually adjusted this, but there should be a way to actually change out the opacity for it. Which is this thing here as well.
Oh, perfect.
So that should be if it's misbehaving, then that would be a bug, and you have the
Mm.
you have the opacity pulled up, and it shouldn't be vanishing, and should be staying around. But I also have a mix between like Zen mode and other changes, so might be something on my end.
Awesome. We got about three more here. Dushtala asks, is there a plan for an elevator for items? Using the industrial elevator with 4 cars is a bit much.
It's actually something that I've looked at as kind of the whole drive on logistics and things. It's tricky to kind of go into because there's a wide range of kind of complicated parts to it. But essentially just like having a freight elevator which you'd pull down, interact with, and then shove things in a cart, and then you just push it up, and then it will go up, and you don't have to deal with wobbly vehicles on it, or people grabbing it or driving away, or whatever else. But a lot of those logistical implementation things is something that we're definitely looking at, seeing how we want to do and what we want to do at. Same thing for like the elevator being able to it was I'd been looking at it, and it also popped up as suggestions a couple of times as well, with things like the elevator being able to basically call the elevator to a floor where the elevator control panel was set at. And the model is kind of supporting that. It just needs a bit of a refactor and a code
Cool.
support upgrade for it. So it's like improvements to the elevators is definitely on the board.
And we got another one here from Kane2. Have you ever thought about adding procedural caves to places, ores, or something else? Maybe not in your plan, they say.
Um,
Procedural.
yeah. So to give a bit of discern the syntax used there. Um, Technically speaking, um, everything in the world is like it's pre-generated. It's not procedurally generated. It's generated on the world creation, and nothing really changes outside of a player terraforming or player interaction. If you're talking about just generally caves being generated in the world, that's a thing with 10, which is also one of the culprits for those frame drops I mentioned earlier.
Oh, okay.
Because it's inaccurately also casting shadows for all caves, which one of the reasons why we figured out why it was causing so much problems. Um, yeah, with the new world gen of 10, um, it's a lot of ore changes, and you also have natural caves.
Awesome. I'm just trying to find you on the map. Oh, yeah, you're down there.
I am all over the place here.
It seems my frame's actually stabilized quite a bit now that I've been in the world for a while. It's pretty awesome. All righty, let's see. I really appreciate how this update seems to have been with the community in focus. Can you share the thinking and difficulties you encountered when considering Twitch drops, extension, and partner program? Oh, I can actually speak on this. So there, I'm sure there were difficulties for the team when it came to linking everything up, but they were able to get everything sorted efficiently, and they did a great job. Twitch drops are live. The integration system is live too. I haven't had the chance to actually join some streams and have some fun with it yet, but I think it'll be really cool to test out the sort of the. Oh, sorry, I'm getting another message here. Just making sure I'm not saying anything wrong. Okay, we're good. The extension is working great, and I really want to get a chance to test it out. I can actually test it out while we're here, even. And then as for the partner program, we had noticed that there was a lot of content creators who have been making content for Eco for quite a while, and a lot of devoted people who really enjoy the game. So we wanted to give back to them in a way that we can sort of continue working with them and grow together, grow all of our communities together as a whole. And that's essentially where the partner program kind of came from. And it is officially live. For those of you who know, our first wave of partners actually just received their acceptance emails. And if you want to get in on it, check out our Discord. We have a post about it, and I can also pop a link in chat here in a moment. But yeah, the partner program is essentially just to give back to those amazing content creators. And we have some plans for them coming up for more and more of our events as they go on. Those partners will be involved in all of the events. And if you did not receive an acceptance and you're watching the stream right now, do not worry. Not receiving acceptance does not mean you were denied. You would be sent an email if you were denied. It means that we're still watching you. We may not have seen enough eco content. There might be there's a few reasons why we've basically labeled some as like to watch because we want to ensure that you guys continue playing and enjoying the game. And if any partners or any partner applicants have any questions, feel free to light up my DMs in Discord. I give you guys the green light for that one. Okay, let's see. But game looks awesome. Great work.
I was hoping to catch some weather walking around, but
I'm flying up high because I just love how the sky looks. Oh, Christmas trees! Yeah, I just found some Christmas trees. Seems like a small group of people are building a house in the middle of them. Oh, never mind. They chopped two of them down.
yeah, I think I should pop out here and just do the thing. Hmm. Uh,
Jens,
Pocket
I was talking
cutscenes.
to
Huh?
the. Oh, jeez. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Armored Stone was getting on YouTube, and just to clarify, the key drops does require you to be participating in the Twitch chat. As system-wise, functionality-wise, that's a prerequisite for it. So do make sure that you're on Twitch for those for the key raffle.
Yeah, in the future, we'll ensure to find a system that works for both Twitch and YouTube, because we do know there's quite a large community of YouTube that also watches it. But for today, it's linked all through Twitch because we have the Twitch shops going. We have partners about to do giveaway streams. Everything's kind of really happening over here at the today. Petition to bring back the old stone road texture. Just caught that comment.
Yeah. What's wrong with the new one? I like the new one. Makes it feel like proper cobblestoney.
Oh, there's a lot of lots of positive comments coming in. Wisrev, a must say your game looks awesome. Great work. Game is just awesome from Trouble Nez. You guys, we are so happy that you guys enjoy playing this update. I'm sure Jen's can speak more to it, but it took a lot of hard, dedicated work from the team. As sort of an outside team member that's kind of been viewing stuff, these guys are amazing. They do not stop grinding until they fix issues that pop up, and they've obviously, as you can see, worked very hard on this update, and their work shows. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's been mentioned it in the Wednesday stream as well, or Tuesday stream. It's been a crazy ride. We've had a lot of ups and downs. We've had a lot of technical hurdles to get through with a lot of the civic system changes. We've had did tremendous amount of upgrades to the general internal architecture for it. So I wouldn't say it's just smooth sailing from here on out, but there's a lot of upgrades in the base code system that was really necessary.
Mm.
It did cause a little bit of some infancy bugs for a lot of the interactions and changes to them that we've been trying to hammer out as we've found them. So if you run into problems, just make sure to hop in on Discord and drop some messages or bug reports and whatnot, and we'll try to help out as much as we can, as quickly as we can. With that said, though, we are coming up on the holidays soon, so most of the team are gonna take a couple of extra days over Christmas, New Year's. So
It is deserved.
yeah, we're trying to get out as much like critical stuff out of the way that's coming out, and getting out another hotfix, hopefully, just to kind of get all of the real critical stuff and the really high priority stuff out of the way prior to the holidays. But yeah, we're definitely around and keep fixing stuff and keep improving after we get back from the holidays as well. We just need some R&R in between.
I love this time of day sometimes when you're walking through the forest and all the beams of light just shine through. I could just chill in the forest all day farming.
Yeah, there's some significance if it wants to allow me to rank stuff up again. The whole playtest I was running on basically everything I just maxed, and then for some reason the shadows recently just started becoming an issue. So I'm not sure if it's an us problem or a Unity problem or a driver problem, or we're investigating and seeing what the heck is going on with it.
Oh, this last question before we do our first giveaway, it relates to a couple questions I received when doing outreach. Speaking of chilling in the forest all day, the new update has put solo players at a significant advantage. Any plans for a hermit playstyle to be more viable? We've had a couple people ask about single player.
Oh yeah, the disadvantage. Yeah, it's tricky in terms of kind of like the whole aspect of it is generally pushing you towards settlements, and the general concept and kind of progression is built around forming settlements of different types and in and around. So if you do decide to kind of settle way off the beaten path and way away from anyone else, you are going to be naturally disadvantaged because of either the limitation in terms of getting to other players in trading and whatever else. But it's like for property things, it's also something where you are less likely to get access to more claims until the entire world kind of progresses down into a further state. Since towns have their influence very localized, when towns starts to form up and they form countries, that radius is going to grow. And at one point or another, you're more than likely to be under the subject of a settlement type. It's just a question of kind of how far away you built, to like how far it takes for the server to kind of advance to a point where they cover your area as well. Um, and then of course it depends a little bit on server setup and the parameters that they're using. And as mentioned a couple of times, all of these things are adjustable and you can tweak them from a server perspective. So if you look at the settlements here, for example, we have the Unique Estate, which is the kind of center mass town or country. As we just on Tiger, the country, the referred settlement tier type is country. It just renamed the two states because it fit with the Tiger's kind of setting of being like a country. The whole thing is a country. It's like federation. So here we have a bloated size for that state. And if you switch over to the federation, you can see that it's global. So for White Tiger server, if you place down your homestead at any given point anywhere in the world, you're gonna be a part of that federation, which means you can get access to those federation claim papers, which would allow you to increase the property size. And then of course you can always build, creatively on the vertical if you really want to squeeze out as much use space of that plot as possible.
Awesome news. Awesome news. I'm just quickly setting things up. Here we go. All right, everybody. That brings us to our first key giveaway. So we're about to start an Eco Steam key giveaway. If you would like to participate, once you see the notifications, it's going to ask you to type !key, all lowercase, which will instantly have you claim a ticket. Once the ticket is claimed, we'll give it a few minutes so that everybody can claim them. And yeah, we will announce 5 winners for the first giveaway. So there's 5 Steam keys going out for the first giveaway starting now. Just waiting for it to push through. There it is. Oh, man.
And there goes the chat.
Anybody who's trying to get any questions in, I would recommend until the key giveaway is over because we will not see them.
It is flying and it's going nuts.
Yeah, it is going nuts. Everyone's going in there. I can actually see we have 49 tickets out, 50 tickets out. Keep claiming them! !key if you want a chance at a Steam key. Oh man, this is just flying.
Yeah, so just make sure that it's ! and then lowercase key.
Armored Stone lost a question in it. This you just put a frowny face. That's funny. Key, yeah. Everyone's getting a key.
Freaking helicopter in there as well.
That is 65 users so far. For anybody that is just joining, we're in the middle of a key giveaway. Type ! key in chat for a chance to win. We might get like every viewer in here going for a key. But the looks of the numbers rising up here. Already on the game. Want to give the key to my little boy. Oh, that's sweet.
Well, there's nothing stopping you from participating.
Yep. Everyone's got a chance. Yeah, after this key giveaway, I'm going to have to try to find you on the map.
I am... Where am I? Even southwest corner of the of the island.
Okay. I'm here for drops and keys. Alrighty. Keep them going. Oh, we still got some coming in. We give it a couple more minutes.
You just
Oh, you can see. Look at that.
I can see you there,
Yeah, I'm just
kind of
floating. Oh, yeah, you see me.
floating around up there.
Had a nice view.
Yeah, so the new settlement stuff, you've got these nice little flame stakes that is what determines the property lines.
That's cool.
This once we can show property, and one of the GMs had to build a flood wall when leveled off the capital area, avoid the river to kind of fall in on it.
Oh, wow. Alrighty. So for the first giveaway, we're in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and entries are closed. Awesome. Entries are officially closed. We're about to draw some winners now for the first key giveaway, so everyone's aware. And here we go. First winner, Ski Kurt. Congratulations, you have won yourself an Eco Steam Key.
Congrats, congrats.
That's the first of 5. Let's go again. Pick winner. Gamer DF, you have also won a Steam Key. Excuse me. I'm still a little bit, still got a little bit of my cold in my chest here. It's trying to come back up. Awesome. Still got some more here. Pick another winner. At Team Priest Gaming, you have also won a Eco Steam Key. Congratulations. Gamer's stoked. That's awesome to see. All right, 2 more. We got Hacks Away. Hacks Away, you've won a Steam Key. And last one for this first giveaway. We're doing a couple during the stream. No worries. You'll still have another chance to get in near the end. And Jufreeze, at Jufreeze, you are the 5th person to win a key. How do you participate? Stick around, Midnight Hunter. We'll be throwing up another raffle for keys very soon. Congratulations to all the winners. We'll be contacting you. I can see your messages popping up. We'll be contacting you through Twitch here directly and handing you your keys. And that is the first giveaway. Thank you all for everyone who participated, and stick around because we have another one coming up. Alrighty, let's get these keys handed out. Congratulations again, everybody.
Yeah. While you do that, but can we add different settlement types without mods? Sorta, but not really. You can adjust the 3 layers that's currently existing. But if you want to add another layer to it, you're gonna need a few world objects to go along with it, since each settlement tier is gonna be requiring a world object for its foundation object. And then the second one is gonna be a claim stake for that settlement tier. And then the rest should be kind of auto-generated because the claim papers are all visually the same and they all can inherit from the same thing, but you're gonna need those, the foundation and the claim stake for that specific settlement that you want to add, if you want to kind of expand on above the 3 that pre-existing. On the key drops, the Ryan will DM you directly through Twitch, so there should be a notification somewhere in there.
Yep, they're coming up now.
Yeah. And to participate, the we have it's through Twitch chat, and it's by hitting us with a exclamation mark key with underline when the raffle is active. Currently closed, but we'll have a few more keys coming out along in the stream, so just stick around and wait for those announcements. At the moment, we are on White Tiger. Kind of walking around and checking out how how people are claiming all over the place and kind of checking out. Oh, Kepler, don't mention the orca. It's a very sad orca.
The orca. Alrighty, so let's see. Everyone's DMs are open, and
What happened to the development tree on the website? The tree is it hasn't gotten enough fertilizer and it's not really growing properly. Um, we were sort of in the transition to really kind of do a one-over on our website, significantly kind of changing out and upgrading it, and that development tree has kind of gotten the unfortunate lower priority during the entire 10 development, so it kind of been left to its own mischievous behaviors. So we'll see what happens with that one.
alrighty. So Ski Kurt, Team Priest Gaming, Hacks Away, Gamer DF, you guys all have your keys in your DMs. As for Jew Freeze, you have your whispers block. So if you could please whisper us, I will get you your key. If not, you can also contact me on Discord, Ryan Red. I'm in the Eco server. But yeah, you currently have block whispers from strangers, so you may need to message us. That's for Jew Freeze. Sorry about that. Just wanted to ensure they get their key.
Yep.
We add more sea animals like dolphins and whales. Oh, more stuff to fish.
I think there are a few animals in the pipelines that we're looking at. There are a few that are sorta in, but not really activated because there's still code bits that we wanna see if we can get working with some slight different behaviors compared to the existing animals. So there's a couple in there that is lurking around. That we want to test around and add, but you know, on a whole, we are looking at animals in general and just general animal improvements across. So we'll see what happens when we get closer to be able to do some bigger animal husbandry and other exciting things. Whale oil ain't gonna make itself. That is very true. As horrifying as that statement is, it is also very true.
I'm just looking.
Whaling oil has caused a lot of grievances and destruction, but it's also been a pretty significant part on general human technological progression. So
All right, there we
nice
go.
little oak grove.
I found your freeze in Discord, and there's your key. Awesome. The first wave of people have all received their keys.
Nice. And once again, congratulations for all the winners. We'll have more here in a bit later.
Yeah, of course. I'm just looking through. So many positive messages coming out. It's amazing.
Whale oil-based economy, a green alternative to petrol.
Oh, no.
That is a bit disturbing on a few levels, but yeah.
And I am. I got to jump in on this I'm gonna start building.
Yeah.
I need to claim the
Think,
plot somewhere.
do I wanna claim somewhere here? Get in on this redwood action up in the hills.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
You're up in the
Well,
hills.
I have no idea where I'm gonna get food, but you know, so. Details, another significant problem. Do 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 do.
If I go up this way, I should find you. Yep, you're directly ahead. Oh man, this is cool. What do I even want to build first? Well, I guess I need to get some materials going actually. I wonder what would happen if I just dug straight down from the start. Make a little underground hermit cave of my own.
I mean, increasing the difficulty to
Yeah.
max. Got some basic stuff. I wonder if it wouldn't make sense to just. Hmm. Maybe maybe I should just roll with the hunting. Build like
There is
a
a lot of animals.
yeah, do like a hunting cabin thing. Where we live. Not that many hunters around. Doing like some fishing, some hunting, and yeah. Let's roll that. See how this works out. Grab our stone axe, shovel, hammer and pickaxe because we're stone. We're gonna need wood.
Oh my goodness, this last comment. Why isn't cannibalism a thing? Think of all the animals you can save. Oh no.
That is moving into some RimWorld mentality there.
Different game, different game.
Different game, different different horrors. This is not the game you were looking for.
Oh, that's cool. Have you guys thought about the idea for a public server that is only active for something like 24 hours per week? So people who work during the week have equal footing to everyone else. It's like an even more casual
um,
server.
that tool order is disgusting. I know it's fantastic, isn't it? Um, we've talked about if we wanted to do something like introducing a public server like exhaustion enabled on it. There are a few servers that are running with exhaustion, and I might probably shouldn't have picked an oak for starting out. That burned through a lot of calories. But like if that's something people are interested, let us know, and we'll take a look at it. So you aren't familiar with the term there. We have a exhaustion system that you can enable on a server that will basically prevent you from doing activities that you spend labor on outside a certain amount of like active hours. And that can be configured out to do like rolling over labor for from one day to another. So if you can limit the amount of hours you can actively do stuff like mining, adding labor into work orders, or cutting trees or whatnot. but it's not gonna kick you out once it's done. It's just gonna prevent you from doing any further actions of those types. And then you can roll off and say, have like 2 hours each day during the weekdays, and then have like 6 hours on weekends. And that would help in a lot of ways with players that don't have that much time on the weekdays to kind of keep staying relevant and competitive with players that do have more time, because the total compiled work hours would be the same regardless. See here. Some shard meat. Ooh, and I ran out of calories there. I'm gonna shore up this meat first before we can back to it. But yeah, so we have a system for that with that in mind. There's not a lot of servers that are using it, but there are a few that does, and there are also a few that they're using it, but they've done local tweaks to it to kind of fit their communities. So some of that architecture is there, and if there is bigger interest to those types of restrictions, don't hesitate to reach out and give some comments or feedback on it. We try to improve them as much as we can.
Seems a couple people are asking, this isn't the first person, Trouble Knees, does Eco have plans to introduce some disasters in the game, like wildfire or locust infection or earthquake, etc.?
It's tricky. I would like there's a couple of things in there that are significantly more difficult to deal with in terms of how you implement it in a reasonable way. So the meteor is a massive disaster that everyone's aware of and everyone sees, but it's also something that you can predict it, and you can tell where it's at, and and can understand kind of the underlying systems surrounding it, where you kind of build up tech progression, you build towards the laser, and you have that kind of final end tier in place for you. But something like wildfires, for example, yeah, a volcano is predictable, absolutely, for sure. But if you look at like a tsunami, for instance, or wildfire, etc., the goal of the disasters that we want to have and kind of have players combat is also design-wise intentional to be combated in and prevented in some way. But once a wildfire starts or builds up to it, it's kind of hard to how would you implement a countermeasure to wildfire? Would it be cover the whole world in like foam spraying satellites, or like there has to be some way to kind of combat that startup of it, or initiating factor where the meteor it collides with the planet. It's a pretty simple but yet understandable method of like initialization, while wildfire's like, hey, is it going to be random? Is it on a timer? What's causing the timer? Is it just going to be once it happens, it just burns through the world and destroys everything? Could you prevent it with like just building a 5-tile wide fire road? Like, is the fire going to be able to spread from an island to another island? Is it going to start on the entire planet at the same time? So there's a lot of points in it where, it would make sense for something that would be like a destructive random event that happens here and there. But then that also needs to to not be just really frustrating with just, hey, logged in and all my stuff was burned down for no reason, and I have, had no chance of preventing it because I was offline during that time. So threading that balance of it needs to also be kind of fun, even if it's destructive. But players at the same time also needs to kind of be able to gauge and anticipate it happening. But something like a volcano, for instance, and like an eruption causing tile deformation and like magma flowing out and that causing a fire, that could be something that you could, figure out where the volcano is going to erupt with placing different geological instruments. There's a lot of gameplay potential you have there. So,
yeah, it's awesome to see that kind of energy from the community.
yeah, so, certain events might be something that we look at because they look cool, but at the same time, it might also be deemed like, hey, this is not going to be fun gameplay wise. Even though it sounds like a good idea, but put into practice, it's hard to make it a fun event. Versus something like a meteor crashing down is like super impressive, and the world goes under and so on.
Yeah, I just love the energy of the community where they already have like big looming world destroyer floating over their head, and they're like, "Throw more at us." It's just funny to me. It's awesome.
Here we got some amazing balanced diet here with some
Steak and potato. Or
steak.
tomato.
Just steak. Potatoes are coming, but we just satisfied with the steak straight out.
It sounds like my diet through my whole teens. Steak and beef jerky and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I love the game to be less predictable. Being predictable makes it easy to speculate with certain goods. Oh,
that's true though. That's the other side of the coin, I guess. Because if you have something like the meteor that is going to impact, and you have all the costs and ratios for all pieces of preventing measures, you are running into kind of a numbers game. Where you know that you could calculate from the get-go, like see how many, in what craft stations do you want to have certain upgrades, and what are each of these going to cost, and you can turn out the entire from start to finish in a spreadsheet and go like, hey, I need 438,000 iron ore rocks, and
right.
that'll get me everything I need to get from point A to point B. But it's also some latency issues here with the server being a bit sad. Server still... Are you getting responses? Because stuff is being crafted. But...
Let me see if I can pick those up. I was watching chat.
I'm trying to... There we go.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you just walking in around just lost it to realize that I was trying to pick it up. It's like, hey, yeah, you'll get your pieces now. Go ahead, you're welcome. Let's grab some more start to craft for that. So when you settle out, and for people that are new to the game and delving into the stream with us crazy people here, you start out by dropping down your campsite, which, as you can see here with this amazing yellow shader, I have properties enabled, and I have this nifty little gadget down at the bottom which allows you to show the specific overlay you've selected in the main view. So if I do this, it removes the shader for the property highlight, so you can do this for any layer or any setting that you want to be using. So if I want to do this and go in biome, go, hey, let's see, am I really in a I want to switch over grassland. Do that, and it's going to show the heat map in the game view. which allows you to be a little bit more accurate if you're doing things like planting certain crops that are a bit more finicky, or just in general trying to avoid certain areas. Another thing, and this works for anything really. You want to check out the nutrient values in the world, and as per a heat map, it goes from cold being worse to bright / warm being better. So it's gonna go from dark, basically nothingness, over into purple, into red, yellow, and then it flips over into bright white as the highest positive value. I like to have the property one enabled when I'm doing construction and tinkering around, just to make sure that I know that I'm placing my stuff in my property. As anything placed outside of this boundary is something that anyone can just pick up and walk away with. And with some of the changes now with the hotfix, John added a nice little quality of life feature to it. So anytime that you're walking nearby a claim that you own, it'll switch to that claim.
Oh, nice.
This will be something that it does on that instance. So when you, if at any time during your connectivity to this server decides to, hey, I don't want it to do that, you can right click it if you have multiple deeds you have access to, and it'll show you a list, and you can just select and specify, hey, I want you to only be linked to this deed and not be switching around.
We're getting tons of amazing feedback in the chat. I thought it was something that could be interesting, but why make a sequel if we don't want to or can't destroy the asteroid? Why not add the construction of a rocket to escape the planet? It's interesting. There's another one here. Maybe you don't know the time that the meteor is going to hit, and you have to build a machine in order to get the exact time. That's a pretty cool idea too.
Yeah, I have a few ideas of, I want to, the lasers are probably going to be, they're still going to be the lasers for the end game, but
yeah.
I have some ideas I'm rocking back and forth with Milenko to kind of see what we want to be doing with the late game, because the late game are going to be extended. There's a bunch of plans for that, as we're looking at kind of new materials and another processing refining step for minerals and some of the other things. But I'd like to add that variable of chance, or not necessarily chance, but just a bit of uncertainty in terms of like the finality of the planet. So maybe having, like, say the lasers are placed out and you need to calculate the trajectory for the meteor to fire them, and depending on the spread of the lasers is going to have a higher accuracy chance to hit the meteor or stuff like that. So there's a lot of things in that part of the game that we can really delve into and explore to see what we want to expand on that part on, because the general late game is something that is at the moment a little bit underwhelmed in terms of what I'd like it to be. And kind of add more stuff and then kind of push that final thing in, and just get more things to do in general in that part of the game. Nuke the
Awesome.
asteroid instead of lasers.
Yeah, I saw the Oppenheimer there. It's funny. All right, looks like we're on to our second giveaway. We're actually a little 4 minutes late for it. So we have 3 giveaways today. This is the second one. The last one will be right before we end. And yeah, you guys, everyone who's been here, you know the drill. Wait for the notification to pop up, and then you're going to spam !key in order to get your ticket for a key. I'm just setting it all up here. Alrighty, so for everyone that would like their chance at getting a okay, yep, just making sure it's working. For everyone that would like their chance at getting a Steam key, please, one moment, Please type !key the second the bot notifies you, which should be any second now. Wait for it. Hold. Go. There you go.
Yeah, the chat was really quick there. And just as a reminder, this is only happening on the Twitch side of things. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you hop over on the on Twitch for that opportunity.
Twitch.tv/strangeloopgames.
That will be the channel.
We'll give it extra time for anyone that wants to hop over. We'll let this one run for a little bit longer before we claim the winners.
Which is also true if you're watching this on Steam itself. Well, make sure to hop in.
That is true.
Hop in on Twitch and hop in and participate and see if you can't grab a key.
Awesome, awesome. And just to clarify, if somebody already has won a key and their name gets drawn, we will re-pick a winner. Just for fairness, we want to make sure that everyone has the same chance. Or watching on your smart toaster. Only one ticket per try. Yes, every user is only allowed to receive one ticket. The second you type !key, you receive a ticket. We're currently at 87 tickets claimed. There was somebody in the key things that asked how you brought up the filters that you were looking at earlier.
Oh, the map filters?
Hmm.
Yeah, so if you hit M, depending on what you have, you can hit the little cog up here that hides these filters. And then you've got your settings that you can kind of hide things and hide displays. You can hide online citizens and hide out settlements, icons, and everything else.
How do you make it show in game? Oh, not in the map, but on the actual land.
The go down here on world layers, you have that show overlay in main view.
Oh, so the second tab there.
Yeah, this little checkbox at the bottom. And that'll hide or show any filter that you have active. Oh.
Is it covered by the webcam?
Hang on.
I don't believe it is.
Ryan's in the way.
Am I?
You're in the way.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
I thought it was all there.
Let's hide Ryan away for a second here. Yeah.
There it is.
So down at the very bottom of the world layer settings, you have that show overlay in main view.
No worries, ETAP. Glad we could sort that out for you. And Jenna.
That's where it was hidden.
All right, so it looks like everybody has claimed their keys, but just in case, we'll give one more reminder. If you have not typed it yet, make sure to type !key, all lowercase, for a chance at a Steam key. There we go. Got a few more coming in. So I'll make sure everyone gets their chance. If you don't see anything pop up, it means you've already claimed a ticket. How many people work at Strange Loop Games? Another question that popped up.
Ooh. Question. I really never have grasp on the full tally. Roughly speaking, around 30 people. In a mix between some are not working full time, some on the art team, and like split between art coders and audio. Like we have Leonard, for example, that does all the back-end Vice audio stuff. Not working full time. He's one we can reach out to a few hours a week to kind of get stuff requested from, and doing a fantastic job with all the sorting out the voiceover for the trailer and some of the other stuff. And same thing for the music in game by Phil. There's a credit to the website at the end of this credit thing. And then we have a assortment of different people from different places in the world working on it. So it's a pretty cool mix of people. Few more pieces. Few more pieces. Wood here.
Awesome. Oh, we still got keys coming in. We still got key ticket redeems.
Yeah.
Roughly what percentage of servers succeed at destroying the meteor? It's not a bad question.
That is a very good question.
We have to hunt that data down.
We
That would
will.
actually, yeah. Try and win a key and play this amazing addiction. How's it going, Rob? Awesome. You guys are still claiming keys. Keep it up. Keep it up. You guys still got time. Got 3 more minutes, and then we'll be closing the key raffle. I figured that should be enough time for everyone to get in.
Ooh, my character did not like those tomatoes.
Uh-oh. Been eating too much meat.
Not a fan of the tomatoes.
Soon we'll be able to build eco and eco itself. How deep can we go?
Who knows?
My community and I have destroyed the meteor twice and lost once so far. I really need to capture a shot. Oh wait, no, I believe we decided not to capture any content of the actual meteor destroying the world because players felt that would be a spoiler.
I
Which is
believe
fully
so.
understandable. Yeah, which is understandable. But I've got to get in and see for myself. It's gonna be awesome.
It's a spectacular experience. That's for sure.
I just got over 1K hours and have only seen the meteor down 3 times. Dang. It is definitely a spoiler. It's magnificent. Good to know. Good to know. Glad we made a good choice there.
Something everyone wants. Workbench.
And
So,
since we are... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, like, when you're starting out, make sure that kind of general order of business is getting a campfire out, so you can start cooking that food that you start out with in the campsite, just to give you a little bit of a benefit bonus. And then making sure that you get a workstation as well as a tool bench, so you can repair the tools, because once the tools are broken, you can still use them, but they cost a significant amount of calories.
While the key giveaway is going, sorry, I just wanted to quickly put this in there. I'm noticing quite a few streamers and familiar content creator faces in the chat. If you guys didn't know, we put out a partner program where we're rewarding content creators who have been making content for Eco for a while, and new content creators who wish to devote some time to some annual streams. We're including them in events, giving them awesome perks like little in-game avatars, Discord roles, and keys for giveaways of their own. If you are a content creator and you are interested, please check out this link popping up in chat now. You should see it from the official server there. Hopefully it doesn't get buried too quick. Jump on in there if you're a streamer, send in an application. We just accepted our first wave and we'll be accepting some more next week. So yeah, make sure you get your partner applications in before then. And with that, I believe we're going to end this key raffle and announce our next 5 winners. Oh, up in smoke, you want to type !key. Oh, I'll give you time to get in there before, just because I saw your chat before that. There you go. Perfect. Alrighty. Looks like we have some last minute guys jumping in. Good luck, everybody. And we are closing key submissions in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Entries are closed. Entries are officially closed. This was the second out of 3 key giveaways. So if you missed your chance, do not worry. There's going to be another one at the end of stream. But now we get to announce the next 5 winners. Here we go. And the first one is Feistikar. Feistikar, you have won a Steam key for Eco. Congratulations. Next one. Fandom Ghoul. Fandom Ghoul, you have won a key. We'll contact you all in a second here to hand out the keys once we've announced the rest of the winners. We got 3 more winners to pick. So far that is Feistikar and Phantom Ghoul. Black Nout T. You have also won. Yeah, I'm so jealous. Congrats, Fandom. Congrats. Black Nout T, you have also won a key. Got 2 more now. And this person already won a key. Sorry, Skikurt, but we've already sent you a key. So we'll be drawing another person. It's kind of crazy odds, though, that you got it, you got it twice. Crazy Pete 79. You are another key. Congratulations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm just double checking. And the 5th winner of the second key raffle is Hitzu111. So that is Hitzu111, Crazy Pete, Blake Now T, Fandom Ghoul, and Feistikar. You guys have all won keys. Congratulations. And for those of you that still want a chance, we have another set of keys coming out at the end of the stream. Alrighty, now I'm going to take a moment to make sure everyone gets their keys.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations, everyone. Saw that the comment there with getting picked the second time. So is it better or is it worse to buy lottery tickets if you win multiple times in a row? Like, did you spend all the fortune?
Right, all the luck.
All the luck was spent in that raffle pick, or?
You know, a long time ago, and I'm not promoting any kind of gambling or anything of any sort. This is just a personal experience from a while ago. But we had this convenience store where you could buy gumballs, and like there was like a very few amount of gumballs in this thing that if you got it, you could get a free movie. It wasn't really a big deal, but you'd rent a free movie through a gumball. And one day there was like only 1 or 2 left in this thing that had just been refilled, and they didn't put any new winners in. And I rolled it and got it. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm lucky. So I bought a lottery ticket right after and won. It wasn't like a huge amount or anything. It was just funny. The luck kind of carried on. How should I reach out to Cam My Key? Actually, I am reaching out to you guys. So just hold tight. You'll receive a message from the official server or the official channel here any second.
My my marauders are waking up here as well.
Oh? Your marauders are waking up? And Fandom Ghoul.
These little.
Mine's outside trying to get in.
He isn't as attentive. He's like, hey, what's going on? Just woke up. And she is walking around making a whole heap load of ruckus right now.
Crazy Pete. And who was the 5th? The 5th was Hitsu111. All right, guys. Incoming keys in your DMs. Any second now. Oh my goodness, that is bright.
Wait, what is bright?
Oh, I opened
Oh.
my document that was blinded me. All right, there's Hitsu's key. There's Crazy Pete's key. There is Black Now T's key. And Fandom Ghoul, there's your key, and Bicycar. There you guys are. Enjoy. Congratulations.
Got a chest here. So something that I've seen a few, I've been standing on. I know everyone that's already playing Eco is like, what on earth are you doing, Forge? But I don't know, maybe it's a good opportunity to kind of talk a little bit about the filtration system and inventory and kind of how that manages and how you work with it. Because it's one of the things that we see in frequent comments and confusion about how things are being sorted and what they're pulling from and kind of like how the inventory system works in general. So when you place a crafting station on your property or your owned land, so in this case, we're looking at inside this yellow border here. If I place down a crafting station, then it will automatically try to link itself with every single storage unit that's inside the radius on that property plot. So if I place a chest here, it's not going to try to link to anything because it's outside the property. But if it's inside the property, it automatically kind of fetches in and links input output to, and it's working that way as partially like a quality of life thing initially, but it's also a kind of a safety feature for making sure that if you place a storage outside of your boundary or your owned area, to make sure that crafting tables doesn't, output important things in there that someone can steal. So to be able to link to a storage unit that's not on your property, you would have to manually go in and make sure that it's outputting into it, which means it's a manual personal decision to do that. And the second part of it being that it is always using a kind of Western top-down centric way of doing it. So it will always try to pull/place in the topmost storage, going, descending. And it will always eat from the left to the right when it's pulling materials out of crafting. And the same thing for depositing. It will always try to put into the leftmost slot it has access to.
Interesting.
And there's a few ways you can really kind of utilize this strength in terms of how you want to layer and prioritize storage systems. So, for example, a carried material, as for example, a crafting hewn logs, for example. I'm only crafting explicitly enough to make my fishery. But in this case, the hewn logs would not be able to be placed inside the campsite because the campsite can only hold items you can carry. But I don't want to have items I can carry to be placed in the stockpile, because I don't want the stockpile to be, filled with materials I can have in a chest. That way, so how do I determine this? I can just drag this storage chest up to the top, and then that's guaranteed to always be used first and foremost. And then if it can't be fit in here, it'll be dropped into whatever is below that has a slot available for it. And a big note to that when you're playing with multiple people and you have access to the same crafting tables and deeds and you can add yourselves all over the place, is that all of these links and all of these configurations are personal, which means if you set up a crafting order and have not linked a stockpile to pull from or place into, then it's not going to eat something to craft that item. Same thing if you have a friend that sets up a crafting order in a table and then they forgot to link something to input output, then it's not going to be crafting anything because it can't pull from it. And the person who made the crafting order is the one that determines this. And if you want to go even fancier, you can always rename things, and the chat system and the naming system in the game works with some basic HTML code, so you can do, I don't misremember completely, but you can do things like colorize the text, and you can do like that. You can add color to it, and then when you go into a crafting table, it goes poof. So you can immediately identify that, hey, that's that storage chest I have in red because I have food in it, or whatever order and sorted and layers you want to be using it for.
Oh, just to clarify, I see in chat, Eagle 6 Airsoft. So what happens when you type !key, the message that pops up is it giving you a ticket. That ticket puts you into a raffle, and then we draw 5 winners. You received a ticket, but not a raffle win. I have the system actually shows me the 5 people who won. It was Sisakar, Fandom Ghoul, Black Now T, Crazy Pete, and Hitsu 111. Those were the 5 winners of the drop. There may have been some confusion in the ticket you received, thinking that the ticket was the key. Just want to make sure everyone's fully cleared up there. How long does the eco partner application take? Okay, so once you're submitted, we essentially review them every few days or so. We'll take a review, allow people time to kind of submit their applications first. And then once we see it like slow down a bit, after a couple of days of notifying, we will go through all the applicants together. We basically look over and we check to see if they've been approved or if we want to watch them. If they've been denied, people who have been approved or denied receive emails, and then the people that we're watching, you'll probably see us pop up in your chats, messaging you guys while you're live. But yeah, there is no definite time. The partner program is kind of just starting out. The first wave just got accepted, so yeah, make sure you get yourselves in. We'll probably be taking another look at it mid next week, so make sure you get yourself in before then. Speaking about colors, will repainting vehicle be a thing?
We not sure how much I want to say here. But I can just say that Jordan and Toby has been experimenting with vehicles, so similar to how the new avatar system and the clothing system works, with how um you can change out the different colors in different places of the outfits. They've been experimenting into um how that would work, and if it's possible to kind of see what extent that can be extended onto anything really, not just like vehicles, but like any object really. So keep up to date on news going on Discord, and we post stuff there when we have interesting things to show off. I usually pop in like GIFs and images for things that are being worked on or in development, and kind of like sneak previews every so often. That's a great way to keep tabs on what's going on and what's happening. So what about wallpapers or other ways to make interior different from exterior? Ooh, that's a bit more complicated. Because of how different like blocks and ground materials behave from world objects. It's not missed, but it is a bit more complicated. And this is not going too bad, but as the chat can probably tell, I'm not gonna win any Counter-Strike competitions anytime shortly.
Wow, is that fog? Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. You
casually hunting.
is casually hunting. If you 360 no scope that deer, I'll upgrade the developer kit. Yeah, that's
Challenge accepted.
for animal taming. And what on earth was going on with that hare? That thing was doing some fun things. Animal taming in game. Animals, the whole deal with animals in general and everything around it, is something that we're looking at for all the animal husbandry stuff. And we'll add the details to that when we have something something tangible that we want to show off. And we'll go on. And we need to change out the loading distance for those hairs because they disappear a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, I think no scoping the hair would be the real challenge. How fast they are.
Also be
There's
doing their
that.
thing as well. Like with some of the things that Casper was working on, has significantly improved the behavior of animals. There's still a couple of quirks back and forth, that is making them kind of look wonky, behave. But we are doing some pretty significant upgrades to it. Come on, Prairie Dog.
Hey there, Kepler. Sorry we missed your first couple questions. Third time asking, locks on rivers to transport boats upstream.
Ooh. Um. That is... It's an interesting suggestion. Like canal locks in general is difficult.
They also had an idea for a machine to name the meteor Keith using the computers. Yes, please to logs. Oh, that's a moderator.
That Elma is one of our GMs. Um, let's not get any super crazy ideas here.
Oh no, not the Christmas reindeer. No. Farming it for the candy cane antlers.
Yep. How else is it made?
You heard it here, folks. That's where candy canes come from.
Just me.
You thought of something good for the logs? For once, logs. Ah.
Were there any adjustments to whip? Not like Vivox had an upgrade when we upgraded Unity version. And it's been kind of it's been a work in progress getting everything to. So if you do run into any significant whip issues, give us a holler, drop down logs, and just get some details out so we can take a look at it. We are also looking at a significant Unity upgrade for the next minor update, which is going to allow us to kind of get some of our third-party dependencies updated as well, like another update of Twice and iBox as well, I believe. So there might be some things that are causing issues just because we're using an older version of Unity at the moment. Ooh.
It's a tanky buffalo.
Yeah, it's a tanky buffalo, but I got overcapacity in my inventory.
Somebody's looking for clarity on how reputation scaling deterioration works with the network bonus. Sorry.
Deterioration?
Yeah, how does reputation scaling and deterioration work? I'll just make sure that's what they're said with the network bonus. It is unclear at the moment.
Ooh, it's what do I want to say about it? The reputation network modifier has been a little bit different behaving depending on whether or not it's reputation for a specific player versus like the artwork and stuff. And it's still something that's being a bit experimental in terms of how much it affects. So it's
Right.
kind of it's an ongoing adjustment.
Well, it looks like we're coming up on our last giveaway in the next 10 minutes or so. Everyone get your key typing fingers ready. About 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I just got hit with a DM by Dennis. So on the network modifier thing,
Oh, big.
it John's completely removing it for the next patch / hotfix.
Oh, there you go.
Didn't want to say anything, but it's been kind of a debated thing on and off because it's been hard to describe to the player exactly what's going on and how it's impacting to what extent. So reputation is just going to be simply additive or properly additive, and it'll hopefully be easier to just. Anyone looking for carcasses? I don't.
Is there any way to remove the big heads from the map? I'm guessing the player indicators.
Remove them completely or change them out to the previous dots. Because remove them completely is fairly straightforward. There is under display objects in the map settings, you can disable online citizens. And that'll remove all the random people on the map.
Oh yeah, there you go.
As we're just disabling the icon / avatar, no.
Yeah, they're asking just to see the names, if there's a feature for that. Cool.
When do we get a cylindrical roller making faster dirt roads? Maybe even a steamroller attachment for the tractor. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Maybe we'll have some more information on that after New Year's. Keep checking in on Discord and have a look-see.
Will reputation still impact the culture of paintings?
Oh yeah. It's just gonna be the network multiplier is just gonna be simplified, kind of nuked.
Is this Pokemon? Not quite. Not quite.
I hope there isn't a Pokemon trophy hunting game. You know, you are collecting Pokemons, but in this case, I'm basically turning them into trophies and hanging them on the wall. So I'm hoping there's nothing of that sort.
Well, I'm not seeing that creature walk up to you saying "Buffalo, Buffalo," so I think you're okay.
Yeah. Already plans when and what update 11 will be. Plans, yes. When, no. I think we're just gonna, we'll see how much we need to drop out kind of hotfixes and maintenance updates for 10, and then next up is gonna be 10.1, and we'll see how far that out is. Oh yeah, and Dennis is saying that White Tiger is starting to suffer a little bit. Stuff isn't being properly crafted.
From the
Yes, we might need a reboot of the server.
Yeah, I'm seeing the notifications pop up in game.
Will there ever be a tool that can counter reduced trampling. No, well, trampling is probably gonna be just continuously adjusted. Gonna be more representative to the density of the population. Um, but trampling is also kind of a difficult impacting, and there's also the issues of it currently only being affected in a 2D plane. So if you're underground, you're still causing trampling above, which is something that we want to fix.
Have you any ideas to add late game skill trees which would provide aesthetic or decorative look on towns? Like archaeologists who would find old stuff in the ground like bones or jewels, or building old stuff. You could build museums, something similar.
Um,
I believe somebody else also mentioned having machines break down so that you could have like a mechanic job as well.
um, mechanic as a separate like a repairman kind of thing that's uniquely doing only repairs is probably not going to happen. It's going to be tied into one of the other professions in some capacity. But generally, like general maintenance, modularization of more deteriorating goods and craftables, yeah, it's definitely something that we're looking.
That's cool.
As for troubled rents or troublin' rees, um, I'd say stay in tune and checking for updates. Um,
Yeah.
Post New Year's, and we'll have we'll post some cool stuff that is being planned for. Um, some fun stuff that happens. Building materials should be needing maintenance. Yeah. Um, like building in general, in terms of maintenance and kind of upkeep costs, is it's a tricky subject in terms of how the limitation should be happening. Like generally implementing it and saying like, hey, here's a device that tracks how many blocks you have on the property. That's kind of already done by the room calculator. Like it calculates the rooms are calculating the blocks available and kind of what's comprising of it. So something that would like totally calculate the amount of stuff that's on your property and then doing like, hey, you need to have, like a percentage of those blocks are consumed per hour or whatever the value would be. Not an improbable thing. But the question then comes into like, where and when is this going to be calculated? Would it be deteriorating over time? So it's constantly being degraded, or is it going to be like a super timer, and then by the end of that timer, it just nukes the entire property? And a couple of and like trying to see how these different design aspects works into and where and how they would make sense and be approachable. Because at the same time, we also don't want to make it super too finicky and having to run around in every single piece and object that you're placing to kind of poke with. At the end of the day, it still has to be fun to play, and it has to be fun to interact with. So just adding something for the sake of adding something is very detrimental to that cause. But yeah, a lot of those aspects to kind of extend the economy and making it more involved in player activities from day to day is definitely something that we'll look.
Awesome. Oh, it looks like we have reached that time before we hit the 2-hour mark to end our stream. We're going to push off the last of our key giveaways. So we're going to run this one for, I'd say, about 5 minutes, making sure everybody gets a good amount of time in. And then we'll give out the keys and then kind of hang out for a little bit longer before we call it a day. But yeah, thank you for everyone for showing up. And it's been great talking over all of your questions. How do we enter? That info is about to pop up on screen for you. One moment. Oh, people are already used to it. They're already typing key. Alrighty. So we're going to close out the last one officially. Okay, complete. And here we go. Ready for it. It is popping up any second now. Wait for it.
Well, Mike,
Go.
you popped in just in time.
Just in time, actually. Yes. Everybody, if you want a chance, add an Eco Steam key. Please type !key, all lowercase. That's all you have to do. This will give you a ticket, and then we will draw 5 winners from those tickets. Now the chat just goes crazy for the next 5 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of dancing by the hut there.
Yeah, just chilling out.
Yeah. How much meat did you acquire through all?
I don't know. Got a fair bit. 3 large and 4 large.
Wow.
And 6 small ones. I mean, that was just, I don't know, not too many arrows. Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, do a little bit of a look at that free meat. Couple of just a few kind of nudges and assists for anyone that's jumping into it right now. We do have a couple of odd bugs when it comes to some of the more specialized tools, like the bow and arrow. That, and in terms of special, referring to like how they're working back end, as they're super specialized. At the moment, there is a few issues with them where if you're selecting it while previously having selected an empty hotkey slot, so as you can see here, I've got number 2 selected, and I switch over to the bow, it won't really work. It'll fire the arrow and not actually fire an arrow, and the line is gone. You want to make sure that you select the bow from a slot where you already had an item, and then it'll work fine. And it's the same. There we go. I think the server restarts.
Yeah, you're flying in the air.
Yeah, and it's the same issue with the fishing rod. So if you make sure that you have an item priorly selected before switching over to the fishing rod or the bow, it'll work as kind of a workaround for now. Yeah, how the heck did that bug happen? I don't know. But it's fun just trying to find some of these reproducible cases where sometimes it really doesn't make any sense. Which then can make sense once you kind of really get to see when it's happening in the code, and of course it wants to do that.
Oh, it's actually perfect timing because we only have about 10 minutes left of stream. So what we'll do is we'll close off with our last key giveaway, have a bit more of a little chat, and then yeah, we'll catch you guys all back in the game after the stream. I got all of my drops. Congrats.
Nice.
Type key and surrender your free time to Eco. Do you staff members also play Eco in your free time, or do you need some time away from it outside of your job?
It's a little bit varying.
Yeah.
I tend to try to sneak in like a local playtest prior to new versions coming out, just to kind of make sure that the progression route works and everything's kind of like cruising through it on a lot lower difficulty threshold and just like higher resource or lower resource cost multiplier. What the word I was looking for. Also referred to as the no collaboration. Just to kind of make sure that everything kind of works and I still really enjoy the game. Just kind of on my terms, on my own. Most of the times, I do venture off on public servers every now and then. It varies a bit depending on if we're doing a minor version or a major version. During 10, I've had a lot less time doing that than for like 9.5, 9.6, 9.7. Which is really just to adds volume to the fact that 10 has been an absolutely behemoth of an update that we've worked on. Crazy amount of time went into it, and yeah, it working on the update just absorbed all the time. But as a general answer, yes, there's quite a few of us that are playing the game.
Awesome. Yeah, I play as well. I'm in there quite a bit trying to make content. You'll see me like flying around, but I have my own little server. I've been kind of practicing building, and it's become a small town at this point. Well, thank you, Iggy, for sharing the Twitch extension link. Thank you very much. All right, so this is the final call, everybody on YouTube, on Steam. If you want your chance at a key, on over to twitch.tv/strangeloopgames. Type in !key in the Twitch chat, and you will have a ticket. We're about to do a draw for these tickets. It is the last key giveaway of the stream, so we're going to give a little bit extra time, make sure everybody gets your tickets in. Again, the key giveaway is going right now. For any of you that are out there in your kitchen grabbing a drink, they can hear, hurry back and type in !key. We want to ensure that you get it. Ryan, loving those posters in the background, dude. Thank you very much. The two behind me, actually, all of the posters here come from shows that I've been to. You can't really see the good ones though. These are ones that are signed to my right here. Yeah, I'm just a metalhead that likes going to shows.
White Tiger resurrects as well.
5% more till I get the shark jaws. Good luck, good luck. You're almost there. Let's see if I can turn this a little bit. It's gonna work. Nope. It's locked in there.
Yeah.
Props for doing a last call announcement. No problem. No. Want to make sure you get in there. Ryan, will you compose some new Eco soundtrack with that keyboard in your background? I could. You know, I've been doing music for quite a while. I just most of my stuff is live stuff with bands, but I've been working. I got this little guy over here. You can see it to kind of make my own stuff. So yeah, who knows? Maybe one day I'll be helping out with some little fun bits for short content. But the person who does the current music, they're way better than me at making like game music. Way better than me. I'm more of a guitar guy, guitar and piano.
In before we get a bard profession.
I'll take that bard profession in a split second.
Well, seems like the tiger woke up again.
Awesome. Everyone's
So-
still trying to get the keys. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So what happened on Tiger is it was starting to seize up a little bit, but I think it's due to the excessive overload it's having and the amount of things that's going on. And so what we do is grab a memory dump. So Grigori and the guys that are working on performance and optimization stuff can dig through that and see direct memory usages and what pieces of the code are using what, and dig in and make it better. So hopefully they get some good statistics and data out of that one.
Yeah, 100%. I run a small server. Is there a way to found a town with 2 people? Or can you found a town with 3 people and then they leave it? Will it defound the town?
You can customize, like, from on the default settings, I'd it's well, kind of impossible if you don't have enough people, I should say. So if you're running a smaller server, I strongly suggest you to hop into the settlements config file and adjust those values a bit towards a more fitting variety towards your community and like the size of your population.
Oh, so it's fully configurable.
It's completely and fully configurable.
Awesome. Oh yeah, someone just typed in the configs.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Oh, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, don't go with the key thing.
Yeah. All right. So just everybody, we are ending submission. Yeah, it looks like we gave everybody a good amount of time to get in here. So we are ending them again in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, we got a bunch coming in. 1.5, 1, and 0. That's it. The key things. Oh, sorry. I got a bunch of stuff popping up. The key submissions are now officially closed. All right, there we go. Thank you, everybody, for submitting your exclamation mark key to try to get a ticket. And we are about to draw our next 5 winners, the last 5 winners of the dev stream. And do not worry, there are partnered streamers who are going to be doing the key giveaways. There are lots of people who have actually been gifted keys specifically for giveaways on our channel. So when our stream is finished, go check out the category. There might be some other streamers out there giving away some keys. And yeah, in the meantime, let's draw our 5 winners, our last 5 winners of the night. And little desk drum roll. First winner, Virtual Party Fio. Virtual Party Fio, you have won a key. Congratulations. You should raid a partner. If there are any currently live, well, we can take a quick look when we go into our kind of end screen there. You never know. All right. Our second winner is Garethion _. Garethion _. You have also won a key. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Oh, it's still to be determined on that. We're going to be doing sort of separate posts, welcoming them each in on Twitter. We're going to be speaking with them specifically on how that's going to work out. But essentially, after the dev stream, after sort of everything's going with the servers, we're going to be typing up a message to them, letting them all know what our plans are, because we plan to, like, once a day, basically welcome another person on socials. They're obviously already partnered as of the second they get the roles. But yeah, just want everyone to be fully clear on that. We have 3 more winners, though. Enough of me delaying. We got 3 more winners to draw. How many people entered the drawings? 137 entered this draw. I think it was like 74 the first time. We were roughly around 90 the second time, and this one is 137. So it's a lot of people. Alrighty, so the next and third winner of the last raffle is Gun Fume. Gun Fume, you have also won a Steam key. Congratulations. Alrighty, we got 2 more. 2 more. And Cinna Silly. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. You have also. And the last winner of the dev stream today is, pick a winner, Monia. Monia, congratulations for winning a Steam key. That's 5 winners. A total of 15 winners have won Steam keys today. Congratulations, everybody. Again, make sure to check out the Twitch category after we end stream. There is a chance that you might get a key from some people's streams that are running the key giveaways. And also, this will not be our first event like this. We plan to do more sort of like Q&A, hangout streams with the devs. We have some community events planned for the future. All of these will probably, I can't confirm 100% at this moment, but all of these will probably include key giveaways like today. And yes, thank you very much, everybody, for showing up and being a part of this awesome server launch. Oh, Jens is fine tuning his crafting. Oh, yeah,
I'm fine tuning my crafting. No, you were on such a roll. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I just a shameless WT plug, maybe.
Yeah,
Which
no, it's always fun to just get everyone involved and just sit down and just chat and answering questions and going over things that people might be confused about, or talk about what we have plans and everything in between.
I gotta say, you guys do a great job at like keeping transparent and like answering all questions fully. It's very refreshing to see, especially with how the gaming industry's been recently. So it's awesome to see an indie team be so open with their community. Like if something happens, you guys are like, "Oh, this happened. Don't worry, we're fixing it right away." You let them know everything that's going on, and we can hold Q&As like this, which is great. It's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so everybody who just received a Steam key, we are going to hand out your keys right now through Twitch DMs. So just a little moment here, and we'll ensure that we get everything to you as we finish up our dev stream. Okay, there's Monia. I can't see chat right now.
Armored Stone commented.
Oh,
Just don't launch a bad game and dissolve your company 3 days later.
oh, no. I won't name what he's talking about, but I understand.
Yeah, there was some shots fired there.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people saw it coming. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's most definitely what you're thinking about. But yeah, no, it's like I said, it's a blast being here. And you guys are all make it possible, because if you weren't here, then I'd be sitting on my own and probably be yelled at by Dennis for sitting on my own on Twitch and not doing anything. No,
Yeah,
but
great.
it's been great. It's working on 10 has been an absolute freaking roller coaster back and forth and getting stuff done, and it's finally out. So finally able to really dig into and look at what we're doing next. A lot of that is gonna be something that get to talk about once we get over into 2024. If you guys ever need more money, remember Jens 360 no scope that there, and I'll upgrade my version to dev kit. No, so post 10 we're looking at a lot of cool new things, and a big focus is likely gonna be generally improving like new game experience coming into eco. Gonna try to reduce a bit of the hurdle and some of the big kind of grindy steps early on. As you can see here, now we've been going on granted distracted for like an hour here on the stream, but one of the things that we've been teased about a bit before has been things like a new block type, gonna help transition and help out early game, gonna be able to get your house going, making the whole opening up shops and being able to trade with people earlier a lot more quicker, and just a lot of those new kind of cycle starts, which granted a lot of the older players are not really as super stoked about, especially when some of them are looking at like a really long-term servers. Like, if you're looking at a server that's going to be running for 6 months, you don't really care about too much about the first 2 weeks. But from our side, those 2 weeks are also super critical to get new people and new players to kind of get a good feel for the game and be able to get like an honest experience of seeing if they like it, seeing if they get that good starter initiation and kind of like getting your house up, getting your shop up, and then getting involved in the community in a faster pace without completely making early game really short. So that's a big focus. But also general quality of life and also mid-game extension and a lot of content in the mid-game era is something that we're looking on for the nearest couple of updates at least. Yeah, just stay tuned. Keep your ears peeled over on the Discord and the other social media platforms, and a lot of cool things planning and a lot of cool things that are being worked on. Seen some of the things that the art team has been throwing together for some of the new assets, and they're looking absolutely amazing. Yeah.
One thing, virtual party Theo. I sent you a message there. Your DMs are set to private, so please message us directly here on Twitch, or message me, Ryan Red, in the Discord so we can get you your key. Aside from that, everyone's keys have been handed out, which is awesome. And again, thank you everybody for participating. We're so happy to have Eco 10 in your hands. Oh, you're here. Perfect. Just send me a message here on Twitch. You're set to private, so I can't message you, or find me in the official Discord. I want to make sure I get your key to you there. No worries. There.
Yeah,
I just put
the main Strange Loop Games account.
Yeah, you can just click the name there and there should be a little message. No problem. And worst case scenario, you can join our Discord server, which I'll get you a link for right now. Oh, no, never mind. You got it. Oh, no, it still says this user has turned on block whispers from strangers in your privacy settings and must have started a conversation with you first. That is a new one. Let me whisper. There we go. No problem. Thank you for fixing that. And with that, that'll be the end of the stream, everybody. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. It was an amazing time, and it was great to actually see you all. I'm new to see everyone's names and personalities in the chat. It was an awesome time, and I hope we answered everyone's questions efficiently, and we will be holding more streams like this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. And like Ryan said, I hope to see everyone on the next one, and keep your ears out for when those are planned. Try to get them out with as much ahead warning as possible, and take care. Have a great weekend.